What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Dugai, coming at y'all with another episode of Dropping Dimes with Mr. Dugai. And today I'm going to take a look ahead to Sunday's matchup. You have the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Los Angeles Chargers in a game at the lake. I'm gonna just take a look at both teams and mention the keys to success for an Eagles win. Before I get into this video, for everyone, if you want to give me a follow on my social media platforms, I'm gonna have all that information down in the description box. May not always get a chance to respond to questions and comments on these videos, so feel free to DM me. And whenever I get a chance to, I'll get back at you. Come holler at your boy. Also, if you're a Madden 22 player on Xbox One, I'm gonna have my Xbox One gamer tag down in the description box also. Um, Eagles versus Chargers, yo. First, taking a look at the opponent. LA Chargers come in struggling a little bit, yo. They was really hot to start the season. But the last two games they had two losses. A bad beat down loss to the Baltimore Ravens on the road. Then they get a bye week and then they come home and lose a home game to the New England Patriots, a game that I honestly thought they, was going to win. But of course, offensively, they led by young stud quarterback Justin Herbert, a guy who looks every bit the part of a franchise quarterback. But they've been struggling to put up points lately. Got good wide receivers and Keenan Allen, one of the savvy veterans who just seems to always be open. Mike Williams, who's taking a step up this season and made a bunch of big plays for them. Tight end, they get Jared Cook from the New Orleans Saints. A very big physical, athletic tight end. And in the backfield, man, they got a guy like Austin Eckler who is starting to, come into his own as one of the real next, dual threat running backs. As far as what I mean is guys that could run the ball between the tackle and catch the ball out the backfield. So they have an offense, that's capable of putting up points. On the defensive end, they led by pass rusher Joey Bosa. Guy been doing it for a very long time. Linebackers, they got Murray out there. And, they got a guy like Derwin James in the secondary, as well as a youngster rookie in Asante Samuel Jr. And they coached by first year head coach Brandon Staley, who apparently, word around town is that he didn't even care to interview for the Eagles job. So for whatever that's worth, hey, I mean, best wishes to him or whatever. But the Chargers come in as a team that's very much in play for the AFC West. But, they've been struggling a little bit, as of late. You look at the Philadelphia Eagles, coming off of their most impressive performance of the season. Maybe that and arguably the Atlanta game, two of their only three wins. But it was a bad Detroit Lions team, but they went out there and they beat them down like teams supposed to do against bad football teams. A game that I thought the Lions could very well be competitive in. But the Eagles come in offensive line led by Jason Kelsey, of course. Lane Johnson over there on the right side. Jordan Mailata, Landon Dickerson, they're doing a good job. Quarterback Jalen Hurts, not much was asked of him in the Detroit game, but he's obviously somebody who could really hurt you with his legs. And if you give him a good pocket and good protection, he could hurt you with his arm as well. But he's had his ups and downs this season with accuracy issues, but the game plan like they had last week would serves benefit to him. Wide receivers, Devontae Smith, who's been up and down. Quez Watkins, who's been quiet for a couple of weeks. Jalen Rager looked like he's a little banged up as he did against Detroit. And tight ends, Dallas Goedert looked like he's stepping in nicely, into that lead number one tight end role after the departure of Zach Ertz. And then you look at the defensive side of the ball. The defense really got after the Lions last week. I want to say they sacked Jared Goff like 5 times or something like that. Led by guys like Javon Hargrave, Fletcher Cox. Josh Sweat had a couple of sacks. Derek Barnett, a couple of the rookies, Tyron Jackson, Milton Williams, they're doing their thing. The linebackers, Eagles just waived Eric Wilson, who was not very good for us. So maybe that means you're going to see a little more of the youngsters like the Alex Singletons and Davion Taylors and TJ Edwards and those guys. And in the secondary, Darius Slade, made a big play this week after Avante, I want to say it was Avante Maddox that did the peanut punch against DeAndre Swift. And Darius Slade going returning to Detroit was able to get a ball, pick it up, and take it to the house for a touchdown. But you got Darius Slade back there. You know, you got Steven Nelson, Avante Maddox gonna match up against those talented receivers of the Chargers. And then you got the veteran safeties in Rodney McLeod and Anthony Harris. Um, Keys to success for the Eagles to win this game. First off, with the Eagles defense going up against the Chargers offense. To me, the key to this matchup is the Herbert, has the propensity to throw one to you every now and then. They're a very explosive type of offense. So for the Eagles is getting off the field on third down. Can you give them a low percentage on third downs? Look, every time the Eagles this season, with the exception of Week 1, because Matt Ryan, is a good quarterback still. Every time the Eagles went up against a very competent quarterback, they've struggled. Now, will Jonathan Gannon go back to I'm going to stay back off of everybody and give up 15 yards a play, or will he go up there and be aggressive? Look, these receivers are really good. They're very dangerous. A quarterback that could hurt you. But the Eagles got to get off the field in third downs, and how you do that is you be aggressive. You come after Justin Herbert. You make the youngster prove that he can handle pressure consistently. So I feel like that's the key for the Eagles defensively. Key for the Eagles offense going up against the Chargers defense. Look, as much as the Eagles ran the ball right down the Detroit Lions' throat with Boston Scott and Jordan Howard, the Chargers' run defense is even worse than Detroit's run defense. So you're at home, you want to shorten the game to keep that high-powered offense off the field. Eagles got to have the same blueprint they had last week against the Lions. Eagles got to line up and run the football right down the Chargers' throat. And if they do that, they're going to have a very, very good chance to be successful. Look, this is a big game for the Eagles if as far as are they really thinking about making a playoff push here? You look at the NFC, you got your four division leaders in Dallas, Tampa Bay / New Orleans, Arizona / the Rams, and Green Bay. Those four playoff spots, and then the New Orleans Tampa loser you would think would have another one, and the Arizona Rams loser you would think would have another spot. That seventh spot, or maybe even that sixth spot, if New Orleans starts to falter with the loss of key players like Jameis Winston, and they know that Michael Thomas not returning, the Eagles have a real chance, and their schedule lightens up. This is probably, with the exception of the last game when they host the Dallas Cowboys, which Dallas may not have nothing to play for. We'll see. This is the Eagles' hardest game the rest of the way. Eagles have a very, very, very light schedule coming up. So if the Eagles could finally beat a good, competent team on the road, it gives themselves a chance to really, really make a push headed for the playoffs. The Chargers are beatable. They're good, like I've mentioned. Justin Herbert, I think, is all world. I mean, I have him. He's my quarterback on my fantasy team. So that goes to show you what I think about him. Justin Herbert is all world. Keenan Allen is big time. Austin Eckler is big time. Mike Williams is having a really good season. But, you got to get off the field on third downs. If the Eagles can find a way to get off the field on third downs and get the ball back to the offense, the Eagles have a chance to be successful in this game. And also, like I mentioned, the other side of the ball, Eagles got to run the ball. Nick Sirianni did a good job last week of committing to the running game. Now, was that a lot to do with the fact that they was playing the Detroit Lions, or is this a new change in philosophy for the Eagles going forward? Remember in the Raiders game, before Miles Sanders got hurt, the Eagles was starting to run the ball a little, was having a little success running the ball down the Raiders' throats with Miles Sanders. And it's like, once Miles Sanders got injured, they kind of went away from that game plan. It seemed like, as you could tell, they didn't have much faith in Kenny Gainwell as a bell cow running back. More so they like him more in the receiving at the backfield role, as he didn't really get no love on Sunday in Detroit. But like I said, big, big, big game for the Eagles. You win this game, you're 4-5 with a very, 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 very light schedule coming up as far as where teams are on the schedule right now in the season. So you got to go out there, you got to play hard, and you got to get it done. The bottom line. But with that being said, y'all, that's all I got for y'all today. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Hit the like button for your boy. Give me a subscribe. I have Philadelphia Eagles, NFL, and content from my other 3 teams throughout the year. Y'all have a blessed one. Fly, Eagles, fly.